almost 30 years of Marvel movies. And that includes obviously the Marvel Studios movies, which the first movie started out with Iron Man way back in 2008. But almost 30 years, including the movies that were distributed by different studios like Fox, Sony, Regency Films, I believe, and some other studios there. But almost 30 years of Marvel movies, and we've never gotten a Spider-Man movie where Kingpin was featured as the main villain. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, it just didn't happen. Now, if you all know, or if you've read any Marvel comics, you would know that Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, was actually a Spider-Man villain. He first appeared in Marvel Comics Spider-Man way back in the day, in like the 60s. Naturally, I guess over time, he's become more associated with Daredevil, and he's become more of a Daredevil villain than he is a Spider-Man villain now. So whenever people think about Wilson Fisk Kingpin, they think about Daredevil. And for whatever reason, that villain fits really well with Daredevil than it does with Spider-Man. So there is a possibility that we could be seeing Kingpin on the silver screen facing off Spider-Man. And that's really exciting, just the idea. And we need to see that. Perhaps this is the perfect opportunity to have Daredevil show up in a Spider-Man movie, and they do a team up once again to fight off a big bad, a common enemy. And I'm really excited for that prospect. But anyway, I'm here to talk about it because Spider-Man 4 Vincent D'Onofrio reveals if Daredevil and Kingpin will ever appear. So ahead of the official Spider-Man 4 casting announcements, Daredevil Born Again star Vincent D'Onofrio has revealed whether fans can expect to see Daredevil and Kingpin in the Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. In the late 2024, a report emerged stating that Marvel Studios and Sony were fighting over whether Spider-Man 4 should be a grounded street level movie, which it should, or another multiverse story like Spider-Man No Way Home, which it shouldn't. And while Daredevil and Kingpin have previously been rumored to be playing a role in a Spider-Man sequel, D'Onofrio recently stated that neither character will appear in the movie. Oh boy. So during an interview with Meltdown Press alongside Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, D'Onofrio addressed whether the Daredevil Born Again co-leads could be appearing in Spider-Man 4. Well, for you, we're not. You can ask that because we're not in Spider-Man 4, or at least nobody has told me that we are, D'Onofrio remarked. D'Onofrio's comments come roughly a week after Cox shared in a different interview how he thought Daredevil's chances of appearing in Avengers Doomsday or Spider-Man had never been higher. I would love to be in one of those Avengers films, or another Spider-Man, or something like that, for a couple of reasons. One, because over the years I have become a geeky fan of the character, and I weirdly, for the character's sake, feel like it'd be really cool for him to get that kind of upgrade, Cox explained. The second reason is that it would likely improve his chances of getting other movie roles. The Spider-Man 4 cast so far consists of one name. At the time of writing, the only actor attached to Spider-Man 4 is Tom Holland, who is set to reprise his role as Peter Parker Spider-Man for the 7th time. While Zendaya is also expected to appear in Spider-Man 4, her casting has not been officially confirmed by Marvel or Sony yet. So there you have it. As much as I want this to truly happen, I can't confidently say it's gonna happen anytime soon, which is stupid. I think it would be bangers. Like, it would totally make a lot of sense. It's an actual... Like, Spider-Man's a cash cow on its own, and having Spider-Man and Daredevil appear is a huge opportunity that Sony needs to take advantage of, and Marvel Studios as well. It's a win for both of them, and it's a win for the fans as well. But, this needs to happen before we get a Spider-Man Deadpool. So first Spider-Man Daredevil, and then Spider-Man Deadpool. I mean, hell, you can base off the Spider-Man Deadpool movie based off the comics of the same name called Spider-Man Deadpool. That series has like over 60 something issues. Obviously they can't make it too long, but they can loosely adapt that story, those comics, and make it into a full-fledged like 2.5 hour movie or something like that. And that would be fun. Like, it'd be one of those weird Marvel adventures where it takes place elsewhere, somewhere, or whatever, and Deadpool can crack jokes at Spider-Man's expense as to why he's not really fully in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though he is. So it'd be very meta, as the rest of the Deadpool movies are, and that would be fun to see. And having Spider-Man in a more mature type of story would be also pretty fun to see. It'd be the first time that we get Spider-Man in a mature story, and Spider-Man would probably have a sailor mouth like he does in the comics, at least in the Spider-Man Deadpool. He doesn't curse as much as Deadpool does, but he does throw a curse word here and there once in a while. At least that's how it is. So again, like Spider-Man, Daredevil, it has to happen, but it's going to be sadly in a movie format because unfortunately Spider-Man cannot appear in any of the live action TV series, and Sony doesn't allow and won't allow it because technically Marvel Studios doesn't have the rights, but they do, however, have the animated rights of Spider-Man, and that's why he has his own series from Marvel Studios on Disney Plus. And he only has the actual limited amount of 30 minutes to be in an animated series. So that's why each of the episodes are about 30 minutes long. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got for you. It's kind of short today, but still, always like I'm always excited at the prospect of, you know, Spider-Man and Daredevil showing up together, whether it be a show, which it's never going to happen anytime soon, but in a movie, there's a higher chance. But anyway, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click on the notifications so you all don't miss anything. Dislike the video if you did. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.